Welcome back, boy. Greetings! Welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. Last time we became an official train engineer, and Princess Zelda herself asked us to take her to the Tower of Spirits. What's this? I carry you all the way back here, not a word of thanks. I'm stretching my legs, okay? What do you want? I'm glad to see you're finally awake. There was some hubbub outside. When I went to investigate, people said that the spirit tracks were disappearing. At that point, the gods brought you and Alfonso in form outside. Both of you were out cold, so I've been waiting for you to come too. Now tell me what happened. Well... So what you're saying is, the Chancellor is some kind of monster and he kidnapped Princess Zelda. My goodness, what a story. You're just pulling my luck though, aren't you? Nope. So it's true, you say? What? So what you're saying is the princess has been kidnapped? This is terrible. I must inform the princess at once. Oh yes, that's right. She's not here. Well, but a loss of what to do. What to do. Okay, so he's probably fine. So yes, on our way to the Tower of Spirits, some bad stuff happened. Princess Zelda got possibly killed and or kidnapped, but we're not sure yet. My head. Did they hurt you, Link? And what happened to the princess? Did she escape unharmed? As long as I'm laid up, you're responsible for her safety, Link. Thanks, appreciate it. Hello? Hello, guards. Please help me. Can any of you see me? I need your help. Okay. So we know she's not, like, dead. Anyway, after all the way dead is not the same as partly dead. Or mostly dead, it is. Help! I need your help! Why can't anyone hear me? Can you see me, Link? I must apologize to Alfonso for what happened. And to you too. I never knew the Chancellor was capable of such evil. All these years, and I never noticed what he really was. I was a fool. And the Tower of Spirits breaking apart. You saw it too, didn't you, Link? It must have something to do with the dark forces. After all, they made the spirit tracks disappear. This must be the handiwork of Cole and his cronies. But what could their goal be? He said something about the spirit tracks vanishing. What did he mean by that? And why would they take my body away with them? What will they do with it? Oh, I'm sorry. It seems I'm much lighter without my body. Listen, Link. Let's try again to go to the Tower of Spirits. Now more than ever, we must find the Tower's sage. But before we go, I want to show you something. This spirit flute is a prized family heirloom. It's been handed down for generations. It originally belonged to one of my ancestors, the one who founded this kingdom. It is my greatest treasure of all. I can't carry it while I'm in this state, as you can see, but I'm certain it's meant to protect me. I can hardly ask you to do any more for me, but will you take this? And will you come to the tower with me? You're the only person I can turn to now. You got the spirit flute! This pan flute will probably come in very handy, maybe. Thank you so much, Link. Now then, shall we go? I will travel alongside you. So yeah, in this game, Zelda herself is your companion. I think that everyone would love to be able to play as Zelda in games, but I think this is the closest we're going to get. And this is pretty cool too. This is probably the one game where she's the most useful. Besides just being kidnapped and we have to save her. And technically we still have to do that. She's still kidnapped and we still have to save her. Only it's just her body and her spirit is constantly with us. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Just wait a second, Link. The tracks are gone, and even if they weren't, we don't have a train. How can we get to the Tower of Spirits? Oh, I know. I've heard that there's a path from the castle to the tower. But if it does exist, it certainly hasn't been used recently. There's a door at the back of the castle. Maybe the path is somewhere there. Let's go see. Okay. Walking around the castle is going to be much easier now without having to sneak Zelda through it. And we are dressed up as one of the guard apprentices, so that shouldn't be too hard either. Here we have a treasure chest, and inside is a red rupee. We have a chest outside here. We get a wood heart. Looks like a chestnut, but there's something very special about it. Supposedly. So treasures in this game. I want to talk about that real quick. So in the last game, in Phantom Hourglass, Phantom Hourglass, I thought I said that wrong, but I didn't. We had half as many treasures as we do in this game, or half as many possible treasures. But in that game, the value of each treasure was randomized. So something that was very valuable in one game could be absolute trash in another playthrough. So that's something that was unique to that game. However, in this game, we do have twice as many possible treasures, but each treasure has a set value. A very valuable treasure in this playthrough will be equally as valuable in another playthrough. And you can decide for yourself whether or not you like that better or not. Personally, I do like the consistency. But I can see people preferring the other way as well. I'm currently going in circles, I apologize. I'm also kind of looking for treasure chests that are scattered about. Okay, we want to go down this way. And to this side, there's another treasure chest. 20 more rupees. Let's talk to this guy. What is it, recruit? You want to leave through the door? Well, I can tell just by looking at you that you aren't adequately prepared. There are all sorts of strange beasts on the other side of the door. It's not the kind of place you want to go without a sword. He's right, Link. Heading to the Tower of Spirits without a sword is too dangerous. Why don't you find the guard captain and ask him to loan you a sword? He'll probably just think you want it for training. Okay, let's head on over to there. So we want to go back through the main courtyard here. Not courtyard, whatever this throne room. Yeah, because it's a room and it has the throne in it, of course. We'll talk to the guard captain.
What now, recruit? You want a sword so you can leave through the back of the castle? Did I get that right?
Yes.
Some swordsman you are, running around with no sword. There's something fishy about this. Are you really a new recruit? Your eyes tell the whole story. Alright, take this one.
We got the recruit sword. Tap an enemy or slide the stylus to attack.
Well, listen, just because you have a sword, that doesn't make you a swordsman. Let me see if you're truly worthy of handling a weapon like that. Alright, time for a little sword practice. These fellows here are to help you train, so don't hold back when you're attacking them. First, the targeted attack. Hit each guard twice with the targeted attack. If you don't know how to do a targeted attack, just ask me.
Okay, so this tutorial is very interesting to me because it doesn't actually teach you how to do each move. It just says, do this move and, just do this move, but come to me if you don't know how to do it. Which I actually think is a really good way to do a tutorial in a game like this. So the side attack, just swipe on the touchscreen. The target attack before is you just tap whichever enemy you want to attack. Now for the spin attack, draw circles around Link. Much like the roll, if you do it too many times in a row, you'll get dizzy.
Good work, recruit. You completed all the training exercises. Since you've got the basics down, I'll give you the sword. Now, keep up the good work and come back here to polish your skills.
Okay, we get to keep the sword now. You did a wonderful job. That was just amazing, Link. Now that you have a sword, we can exit through the door in the back. Let's go. Okay, but before that, what is a sword without a shield to go with it? And we are actually a few rupees short, so I want to see if we can't make a few by breaking some rocks. Okay, that's 5. We need 8 more. 7. Interesting enough to me, it's still playing this theme. And I don't mind this theme, but it's not the best in the soundtrack. Once we get to where we're going, we'll get to hear a song that I think is one of my favorites. Man, in my personal playthrough of this, like I get like blue rupees all the time. Now I'm getting nothing. Man! Wow. Talk about getting unlucky. Hold on, I need one more. I need one more rupee. Come on, game. Do me this solid. There we go. 80 rupees. Let's go pick up the shield. Okay, give me the shield. Bye. You got a shield. Defend yourself from minor attacks just by holding it. Okay, that is an accurate description of the use of this shield. As long as you're facing whatever enemy you're battling and not in the middle of doing an attack, you'll block whatever attack they're doing. And I believe that's all attacks and not just projectiles, but I might... Oh, excuse me, I might have that wrong. It might be just projectiles that you can block if you're looking straight at them. And not in the middle of an attack.
Hey, recruit, there are all sorts of monsters on the other side of the store. I told you already that I can't let you out there without a sword or... Oh, I see you got yourself a weapon. Alright then, be careful out there. Oh, hey there. It's dangerous being out here by yourself with all these monsters. What? You're searching for a tunnel that will take you to the Tower of Spirits? Well, there was a path up that way, but recently the Rockfalls have closed it off. I'm not exactly sure where it was, but if I were you, I'd investigate that wall.
Okay, now I'm gonna shut up for a moment. Listen to this adventuring theme. I absolutely love that song, and we're gonna get to hear it a lot more later on. It's awfully dark here, and it's kind of damp too. Is this really the way to the tower? Oh, I'm sorry, I was just thinking out loud. Come on, Link, let's go. So, this song though, to my knowledge, this song really only plays in caves, so it's not that bad. And you can have worse cave music, but it is kind of generic. But in Phantom Hourglass... Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm glad I'm full health. In Phantom Hourglass, this song plays for not only every cave, but every dungeon and and on each visit to the Temple of the Ocean King. This same 5 to 6 second loop during every dungeon. Yeah, not super great. Luckily, this game improved upon that.
Hey, Archer and Editing, I wanted to clarify some things that I said during this part that are either unclear or untrue. So in Phantom Hourglass, the cave theme that you're hearing in this part is actually different from the temple theme, but the temple and dungeon themes are all the same across all the dungeons. And I learned that this game actually does something similarly. While this song does play through all the caves in this game, and there is a separate dungeon theme, the snow, earth, and ocean temples that we will go to later on do actually all play the same thing, same theme. I think there are later dungeony areas that have varying themes, but I wanted to make it clear that I didn't seem like I was suggesting things that were untrue, and I kind of did here, so I just wanted to clarify that. I don't want to be in hot water later, so I'm throwing this in. Okay, I'll stop taking up your time. Right, moving on, back to the episode.
By quite a bit. Tap a block to grab it, then tap the arrow icon to push it or pull it around. Yep, we already figured out how to do that. We'll unlock the store with our new key and move on ahead. The door won't open if you just hit the switches in a circle. Okay, now here's one of our first puzzles. Real, actual puzzles. We have 3 stone tablets here. Before we read them, take out some more red choo-choos. Open this chest and get 20 more rupees. Let's bomb this area. We can go up here, find more of these little guys, names of which I can't remember right now. I think they're spike nuts, maybe? So we have 4 of these orbs here, and before we start hanging them randomly, let's see what these stone tablets have for us. The switch after the bottom switch is the left one. Before you hit the bottom switch, hit the top one. Hit the right switch before the top switch. Okay. So we have right switch, top switch. Wait, hold on. Before you hit the... Yeah, and then bottom switch. Switch after the bottom switch is the left one. So we have our order. With those notes written down, hopefully I haven't misconstrued those instructions. The door opens. Being able to take those notes is very, very useful. Did you hear squeaking, Link? Oh, how horrible! Yeah, Zelda's not a fan of rats. Thank you. Those beasts were just terrifying. I never want to see them again. Yeah, I think you're gonna see him again, Zelda. Yeah, that's gonna come into play later, her whole being afraid of rats thing. What's this train?
This, my dear, is a spirit's train. They entrusted us with its keeping.
How did you know that? And you can hear me? Are you the sage of this tower?
Well, I wouldn't put it exactly that way, but I do watch over the Tower of Spirit. My name is Anjean.
Am I glad to see you? There's something we have to talk to you about.
Yes, that pal you are sporting is quite frightful. What might you even call it? Rather hideous, in fact.
Hideous? How dare you?
I see that feistiness runs in your family, my dear. There's no need to get your feathers all ruffled.
Oh. Did you know someone in my family?
Feisty and bright, just like she was. The fruit doesn't fall far from the tree, does it? Yes, I knew one of your ancestors. I met her when she had just arrived here. She and I were friends for a very long time.
My family first arrived here about a century ago. Were you already here in the tower then, Anjean?
That's a story for another time, my dear. Right now we must discuss a matter more grave. Tell me, do you know of the story of this tower?
Only what the folktales say. Long ago, the spirits of the good and the Demon King were embroiled in a never-ending war. In the end, the spirits could not defeat him. But they did manage to imprison him in this tower.
It's not chains or bars that keep him imprisoned, but an energy that flows between the tower and the 4 temples that surround it.
Oh, of course, Anjean. Then the spirit tracks...
Correct, my dear. The spirit tracks carry that energy. If the tracks are lost, the tower's energy will fade. And so will the Demon King's prison. And that's just what the evil ones are after. They aim to resurrect Malladus, the Demon King. Right now, my strength maintains his shackles. But it's only a matter of time until they're broken. Of course, in order to resurrect Malladus, they need one other key ingredient. A vessel from the royal line of ancient Hyrule, with sacred power coursing through its veins. Yes, Malladus requires a you in order to return. But only your shell, my dear. It would be the only vessel suitable for him to inhabit.
No! The Demon King is going to run around in my body! Blech! That's too disgusting for words! We have to stop them! We can't let the Demon King return!
My thoughts exactly, my dear. At the top of this tower is your body. The Demon King's spirit is also there. To prevent him from possessing your body, you must fortify his prison. To do this, restore the energy between the temples and this tower. In other words, restore the tracks between here and the temples.
But how? How do we restore the spirit tracks?
The answer lies above us in the floors of this tower. 4 stone rail maps are enshrined there. You must retrieve them. As you know, this tower connects our kingdom. Right now, the tower is filled with an evil energy. If you can get far enough to retrieve a rail map, a portion of the tracks will be restored. Start your search by climbing the stairs.
Of course. Thank you, Anjean. You have a very important mission ahead of you. The kingdom is in danger. We're all counting on you. You understand the gravity of the situation, don't you? You must find the sacred rail maps of the tower. I will wait for you here. That's what princesses have always done. From what I understand, it's kind of a family tradition. Don't need to be scared. Just get it, buck up and get moving.
Sorry to interrupt such, an enthusiastic pep talk, but ascending this tower alone would be impossible. There are traps set to snag trespassers, not to mention the pesky little monster infestation.
Is that so? Well, I feel terrible asking, but... Anjean, can you guide Link upstairs?
Have you already forgotten what I said? I have my hands full just keeping the tower together. I'm sorry, my dear, but I just can't leave my post.
Then what should we do? Should we go back and get Alfonso? Oh, but he's wounded. Teacher? The captain of the castle guard? But I suppose there's no time for that, is there?
What if you went with him, my dear?
Me? Go with him? But I'm not sure how much help I'd be in this state. Well, my dear, this kingdom is your responsibility. You mustn't ever forget that. I'm sure you'll find a way to help out somehow. Well, all right. We better get going then, Link. I should have stayed in bed. Okay, I think that's gonna call it for this episode. Thank you everybody for watching. See you next time when we ascend the Tower of Spirits and gain the first rail map. See you then.